Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Claire and I put out videos about luxury bags and accessories. So if that is your thing, please click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, you'll know when I upload a new video. Yes, I'm wearing my new Max Mara cardigan, which hopefully you've seen my unbagging of this item. It's a recent video that I put out. I will link it down below in case you haven't seen it. Just as an update, I did put a little message on the screen when I edited it, but if you missed that, I did return the cardigan in the large because it was very oversized on me. I actually ordered a medium. That wasn't much different to the large. That was really oversized as well. So this is actually the small. I've gone with the small, and this is slightly oversized. It still is oversized, but it just fits me a little bit better and I feel a bit more comfortable in it, and I have worn it a few times already and I'm really liking it and really enjoying wearing it. So yeah, I've actually stuck with the small, which is equivalent to a UK size 10. Normally I would not be a UK size 10, but it obviously does come up very, very big. And yeah, I got a few comments from people, so thank you to everyone who commented who said, yeah, I think you probably need to size down. Max Mara knitwear does come up big, and some people said, yeah, you might actually need to size down 2 sizes, and that's what I had to in the end. So thank you for the comments, as I say. On to today's video. Now, this is not exactly a tag video, but it is a video that a lot of other luxury YouTubers have been doing. So Cassie Thorpe did this video first, and she was talking about a number of luxury items that she bought because they had basically gone viral. They were hyped up, she fell for the hype and she bought them. And she was talking about if she regretted them or if she was glad that she actually ended up buying them. And then Amelia Rose from Amelia Rose's Closet, she did the same video because she said she had lots of items that she'd bought because she was all hyped up, and again, some she regretted, some she was really pleased she'd got. Then quite a few other luxury YouTubers have done the same sort of video. I believe Debs from Wild Unfiltered has done it, Victoria from Accounting for Luxury has done it, I know definitely she's done it because she actually mentioned me in that video. So I will link those YouTubers' videos down below, and I'm doing my version of the video. Now, I did think about this video and if I could do it, because usually I do try not to fall for the hype, and I do try to not, you know, be swept away when things go viral and think I must have them, I must have them. But I have got a number of luxury items that did go viral. The thing with me is that I've bought them ages and ages after they went viral, so I don't think there's very many of them that I bought at the time. I still did my usual deliberation thinking about them. I didn't kind of fall for the hype at the time, but I saw them be hyped up. I saw people buy them, use them, show them off on YouTube, etc. And after a long time of watching those items, I kind of decided, yes, I would actually like those items. So I'm going to get into them and you'll kind of understand maybe where I'm coming from. I guess some of them I perhaps waited longer than others to get. So let's start off with this. This is my pochette Matisse in the monogram. Now, as I understand it, this item did go viral. I didn't know that this item had gone viral. I think when it came out, I wasn't really that much into luxury YouTube, and I didn't really go on Instagram at all. So I didn't really know that this was a viral item. I just remember that at one point I was scrolling through Louis Vuitton's website looking for monogram bags, looking what was out, what was new, because I hadn't been on the website for ages. I hadn't got a client advisor at that point either. So I was just having a general look and I saw the pochette Matisse in the monogram and I really liked it. And I actually wasn't aware that it had gone viral. It was out of stock, and I do remember phoning Louis Vuitton customer services and saying, can I order it? Is there, you know, any way I can get hold of this? And they just said, no, it's out of stock everywhere. And they said, you just have to keep trying. Sometimes it comes back in stock on the website and you can order it. And I said, can you tell me if any of the boutiques are stocking it? And she said, no. She wasn't really very helpful, I have to say. She did say that if I happened to phone up one day and there was one in stock in a boutique, they would not hold it for me. I would have to get there straight away to buy it because there's no way they would hold it for me. So it obviously pays to have a client advisor, because at least client advisors give you much better service, and I do have a client advisor now, but obviously at the time I didn't. So I was just kind of left waiting. I kept checking stock. I don't know that it was still particularly a viral item at this time because it had been out a while, but it was just a canvas piece from Louis Vuitton that they didn't have much stock of, and it came in and out of stock like the pochette accessoire used to be, where it used to always be out of stock on the Louis Vuitton website. This was kind of the same. So I actually ended up buying this pre-loved. I found one pre-loved in very good condition for a very good price, and I bought this pre-loved. So yes, I was late to the party, but I did buy it and I still love it. I do really love this item. I've mentioned this on my channel fairly recently when I was talking about this item. I know quite a few people did buy it, and I think they did love it at the time but have fallen out of love with it and moved it on. I have no intention of moving this on because I still love it. It's still one of my favourite bags. So yeah, so the Pochette Matisse in monogram was definitely a viral item, which eventually I got, and I don't regret it. And I have also got this in the black Empreinte leather as well because I love the bag so much. If I stick with bags, this is another one that I've talked about recently, and this is my Chanel 19. I do think this went viral when it first came out. I do seem to remember a ton of luxury YouTubers getting this bag. Certainly if they didn't get the first versions of this bag, so many of them got the caramel version because the caramel version of this bag went absolutely viral. I've mentioned again recently on my channel that I didn't like this bag when it first came out, so I wasn't actually interested in it immediately. I was starting to get interested in it when the caramel version came out, and I liked the caramel version, but I actually preferred, again as I've said on my channel, the black version and the dark brown burgundy version, which was one that I saw in the boutique. So they were the sort of the two ones for me really, and I obviously ended up getting the black one, but I didn't get this black Chanel 19 until at least 2 years after it was released. So yes, it was viral, but again, late to the party. Got it eventually, do not regret it. It came out as one of my most used bags and I absolutely love it. So moving on to shoes and trainers. The Gucci B trainers with the black and green at the back. Yeah, I remember, I think, when I first started my YouTube channel, one of my earlier videos, I was talking about the fact I wanted these trainers. Now again, they had long gone viral prior to that, and so many people had them, but I think I was used to seeing them a lot and I really did like them. So again, very, very late getting them, but eventually a few videos down the line I unboxed these on my channel, and yeah, I love them. I still wear them. I know they're not viral anymore. A lot of people have them. Some people say they're out now. I absolutely love them. I don't care, they're out. I still wear them. They're really comfy. I had to size down. As far as I remember, I think they're a whole size down, are they? Yeah, they're a 38. They're a size 38, and I'm normally a 39 in trainers, so I did go a whole size down, but they're so comfy. And yeah, I wore these only just last weekend, so yeah, do not regret getting these. Okay, spoiler alert. Most of the items that I'm going to talk about I do not regret getting. I am happy I got them because with most of them, as I say, I waited so long until after they'd gone viral. I was absolutely sure I wanted them. So yeah, that's why I don't regret them. This next item, I don't know if this is a regret or not. I got these last year. I unboxed them on my channel and I did express my reservations at the time. I love them. I think they are, I just think they're lovely. But I don't know. I just don't know if I'm going to wear these still. And that is my furry Oran sandals, which, as I say, look like slippers. Now, I had so many comments on the video where I unboxed these and I said I kind of regretted them. I had so many people suggesting ways of styling them. I had so many people with different opinions. People were like, yeah, just wear them, rock them, don't worry what other people think. Other people were like, no, they look like slippers. If you're not sure you should move them on, you should move them on. I have had a few offers of people who are willing to buy these. Now, I know the furry Orans, when they first came out, these furry ones and the shearling ones, because these aren't quite shearling, these are a different type of fur. I don't really know. They're not real fur. I know they're synthetic fur, but I wouldn't call these shearling. The shearling ones are the ones that, look more like teddy bears, if you know what I mean. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, these went viral, didn't they? These went absolutely mad. Everyone bought them. I know everyone on my Facebook groups were going mad for these and were buying them, and they were selling out. They were impossible to get. They were sold out. The shearling ones in some great colours, and then these furry ones were sold out. So I found these at the Hermes private sale. They were very popular at the private sale. They had them in 2 colours, orange and purple. You were only allowed to buy 1 pair. I probably, if you'd allowed to buy 2, I would have bought the purple as well, and then I would have ended up with 2 pairs I was unsure about. But I just absolutely love them. I love the colour of these actually. The orange is just so bright and summery. I think I'd only just bought a dress with quite a bit of orange in it, and so it just made me think, oh, I can wear them with that dress. I don't know. I still don't know about these. I'm waiting for better weather. I certainly can't wear them in the UK out at the moment because it's just not the weather for them. So yeah, in better weather I might be able to wear them, or I might just rock them around the house, or I might end up selling them to one of the interested parties. I don't know. I will have to see. Possibly a regret. But every time I look at them, they make me smile. The colour and the furriness just makes me smile. Maybe they're not a regret. Maybe I just need to wear them and rock them. My husband and I are going away somewhere later in the year, and I might be able to wear them for where we go away. That is a possibility. It suddenly struck me a few days ago, oh, we've booked this holiday. That might actually be the sort of place, the type of holiday where I could wear these. So we will see. Watch this space. Now we're sticking with shoes. Another spoiler alert, most of the items in this video are shoes actually, because obviously that seems to be the viral item that gets me all the time. Again, a long time ago, Valentino rock studs went viral, and yeah, only last year I bought into the trend and I bought 2 pairs of rock stud sandals. I've got these in the beautiful almond colour, and I have them in the standard black colour. I haven't worn them yet. I only bought them October, November time. Absolutely no opportunity to wear them in the UK so far, because again, we just don't have the weather, and I haven't been away for any winter sun this year. But yeah, as soon as we get the weather, I am really looking forward to wearing these. I do not regret them. As I say, I know that rock studs went viral years ago. They've been out for years, and I finally bought into the trend only a few months ago. So yeah, definitely not a regret. Really looking forward to wearing these. Okay, last pair of shoes I think, and probably many of you might not know I've got these. If you have been with me from the very start of my channel, you might remember that in my old filming location, these were on the shelf behind me. But certainly if you've never checked out those old videos, you wouldn't necessarily know I've got these. So these are the Manalo's Hangisi shoes. I have them in the 8.5 heel, in the black satin with the gorgeous sort of silver or dark gunmetal buckle. Now these, as far as I know, are a kind of a viral item, but if you think about when these actually became part of the luxury consciousness, it was obviously when Sarah Jessica Parker as Carrie Bradshaw wore them in the beautiful blue colour in the Sex and the City film. How many years ago did that come out? That was absolutely ages ago. So that's when I think those shoes first got really popular, and over the years yeah, they have been very popular. There's been unboxings of them on YouTube. I bought mine in, I think it was 2020. I think it was in lockdown I bought these, you know, in the hope that once lockdown was over, I'd be going out on the town and I'd be able to wear these. Sadly, I haven't worn them very much. I've only worn them a couple of times because I just don't really go out to many amazing places to wear these shoes. But again, I'm going to try and wear them a bit more often this year, I think. So yeah, when I was getting these out to film this video, I actually, I jokingly said to my husband, I said, I don't wear these very often. I said, it's your fault because you don't take me anywhere to wear them. So yeah, we've both decided we need to rectify that. So we need to go out some places where I can actually wear these. But they are lovely shoes. Obviously, being the sensible person I am, I got them in the black. They are stunning in the blue, that Carrie had for her wedding. Obviously, I love them in the blue, but I was very sensible. I got them in the black. I know there's some other YouTubers have got these in the pink, in the red, in the yellow, I think the green. But yeah, I got them in the black because it was the most practical. They are the sort of shoes that I think are very classic, are very timeless. So while I'm still able to totter around in 8cm heels, then I shall be able to wear those in the future. So I'm going on now to the last few items, and these are from my favourite brand, which, if you know anything about me, you'll know is Fendi. And these are some items from a particular Fendi collection that went viral, and I'm talking about the Fendace collection. So this was the collaboration, the swap with Fendi and Versace. The collection was extremely hyped up. You know, there was a lot of anticipation of the collection, and what I got at the time when the collection first came out was the card holder, and that was me just getting a piece of the collection. I have been honest on a video before and said I haven't used this. I was intending to use it. I very much intended to use it. Since I bought this, technology has moved ahead and all my cards are on my phone now. So I don't even use my good old trusty Louis Vuitton card holder anymore out and about. I just have my cards in it, and it's in a drawer in case occasionally I do need to actually take a physical card out. And I think the last time I took a physical card out was when we were in New York, and I had my cards with me in New York as well as my phone. However, since then, nearly every transaction I've done with a card I've done on my phone. So I just don't need card holders anymore. So I have got this, I've not used it, but I am still glad I got it. I'm glad I went into the hype. It's a piece from the collection. I do love Fendi, and so when they collabed with Versace, I really wanted a piece because I do love the Versace pattern as well. So the collector in me is really glad I've got this piece, and it doesn't matter to me whether I use it or not. But then, good couple of years after the Fendace collection dropped, I managed to get my hands on the beauty pouches. Now this is the large one, and inside here I've got the small one. And again, if you remember from my video about these last year, I purchased this from my good friend Meredith from the channel Living Luxe with Meredith. So yeah, I am so thrilled I've got these. So again, another part of the Fendace collection. Totally bought into the hype, but I'm glad I did. I love the hype. I think it's a fantastic collection. So happy to have these. I'm about to use these. I'm going away very soon in the UK, and I am going to use these pouches because I'm so looking forward to actually taking these away with me and using them. So yeah, so love these. Again, you know, no regrets that I bought into the hype of the Fendace collection. If I'd had the money, I would have bought so many items from that collection. There were so many things I really loved because I absolutely love this design. I love the tobacco Zucca print Fendi FFs with the beautiful yellow of the Medusa Versace pattern. If I'd had the money at the time, and if I thought I could have worked it into my wardrobe and my style, I would have bought the brown and yellow Fendi baguette. The one that again Cassie has got, because I absolutely loved that. So, you know, maybe one day pre-loved I might end up getting that one. So finally, and we're staying with Fendi, there's a certain type of Fendi baguette that went viral, and then there's another one that went viral as well, and I've kind of got a version of that baguette, and I'm talking about the Fendi sequin baguette. Now, it was the Purple Rain one, the one that Carrie, again from Sex and the City, carried in that series, and then the pink one that she carried in And Just Like That. They went viral. There was a lot of hype around those two baguettes, the Purple Rain and the pink. You know, originally we thought the Purple Rain was extremely limited, very, very difficult to get, but they keep bringing it out again. Again, the pink we thought was limited, difficult to get, and they brought it out with the silver hardware, then they brought it out again with the gold hardware. So they actually became not that difficult to get. But since then, they have been regularly bringing out sequin baguettes, and obviously last year I purchased my beautiful burgundy sequin baguette in the mini baguette size. So they've been bringing them out in the regular size, the mini size. They've been bringing out some beautiful beaded baguettes as well. But yeah, the sequin baguette, Definitely those initial ones went viral, lots of hype, and since then there's always been a little bit of hype around new sequin baguettes. Again, I love the purple one, I love the pink. I was tempted with both of them. You may recall that I tried on the purple baguette in a vlog last year up in Fendi, and it was stunning and I was so tempted, but I had already got this one at that point. But no, when all these different sequin baguettes came out, I kind of bided my time, and I knew that eventually I would want a sequin baguette. And so when the burgundy one came out, I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I think that's the one for me. And I went and I did try the regular size, because the regular size baguette is my preferred size, but it just didn't work for me in the sequins. But as soon as I tried the mini in the sequins, that was the one for me. So yeah, so I knew eventually I was probably going to get one, and yeah, I bought into the hype of the sequin baguettes, and of course I don't regret it. I absolutely love this bag. It's not going to be extremely well used by me. I'm not going to be using it all the time. It's not the sort of bag I take out every day. It is more of an occasion bag, but I absolutely love it. And I am glad that I bought into the hype of the sequin bags, but I'm glad that I waited until the right size and colour came along for me and that suited me. So yeah, there you have it. They are the viral or hyped up items that I have purchased over the years. Nearly all of them I've waited a long time after the initial hype, so really when a lot of the hype had died down, then I went ahead and purchased them, and that's because it's just the sort of luxury purchaser that I am. Do try to avoid buying things on impulse. Certainly not saying I never have, because there are some things I've bought on impulse, but I will certainly try to avoid buying on impulse if I can help it. I will think about things, and if things are really hyped up, I do try and think about, am I excited about them and thinking of getting them because of the hype and I'm getting carried away with the hype, or do I genuinely actually want them? And sometimes by waiting that little bit of time, if you can, I know some things when they're hyped up they sell out straight away, so you sometimes don't have the luxury of waiting to see if after the hype dies down you still want the item. But luckily with myself, what I've found is some of these items I've got, the hype did die down and they were still available, so I was able to get it because at that point I was sure I wanted it. Or say for example in this instance with these, they were unavailable to get. You did have to get them at the time, but I was so fortunate that, you know, my friend Meredith had decided to sell hers and I was able to purchase them. And like the Pochette Matisse, for example, hype had died down. It was very difficult to get hold of still, but I managed to get it pre-loved. So sometimes, you know, good things come to those who wait, and I was fortunate enough to get most of the items after the hype had died down. They were available pre-loved or actually still available new. So let me know what you think about my hyped up items, and let me know down in the comments, what are the hyped up viral items that maybe you've gone for and now maybe you regret, or you are really pleased that you managed to get hold of. I'd love to know what some of them are. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you, everyone. Bye.